Shalom, shalom, Brakati Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makakodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the acumen of faith, doing the work of true sincerity. Abaratazah, this lesson is edifying. May the Lord set with me. This lesson is inspired from something I just saw on social media, and a whole bunch of other precepts just came to my mind, so Thwaya Bahashim Yahushai for having my spirit, on fire and my mind galvanized to speak upon something spiritual today and do a lesson, man. And right before the lesson, I promise you, right before this lesson, you cannot make this up, but Satan was trying to fuck with me, man. And it's crazy that this is the precept and this is the spirit that Satan just tried to put on me right before I had it in my mind that I'm going to do this lesson at some point of my day, But we'll get right into it. It'll be straight to the point and short, Lord willing. We can get this in the Bible, but this is where it came from right here. And I'll speak a little bit on there, But just for context sake, let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 25. Verse 28. I'll start verse 27. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory. I want to get that in an NLT. I should have that app. It looks like I don't. Bear with me. Proverbs 25, 28, NLT. That's 20. I need 27 as well. It is not good to seek honors for yourself, a person without self-control. It is not good to eat too much honey, and it is not good to seek honors for yourself, So a lot of people, they get distracted, with their flesh. They get distracted, just trying to boast themselves and just getting lost in the sauce per se. Getting high-minded, thinking they're on the horse, and the Lord is just dealing with them, and they're just the king of Israel. Certain. Of course, we have leaders. We have our apostles, our elders, and our bishops. But a lot of men get caught up in their own flesh, man. Verse 28, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down. Because what does a broken down city have with comparison? Having characteristics. It is wild, it's chaotic, it's unorganized, it's unstructured. It's demolished, you could say, or demolishing. It's like America. What is America? America is a free fall. This place is a fuck fest, man. This place is where if you have money, you could just do all kinds of debauchery and wickedness. You don't even need money. You could be dead broke and still dabbling in debauchery and wickedness, man. And that's a lot of the spirit that, these people have in comparison with a broken down, city is pretty much unlawlessness, lasciviousness. Let's get that scripture. And without walls, So this place is always reputable, because the book of Ephesians talks about how, we're in this war. So if you're in a war, you always have demons coming at you, and different spirits or whatnot, right? How so can you protect yourself, man? Because in the war, you have tactics. That's why you train. You don't just go to war unless you're just a prison draftee, You have different ways. You have shields. You have protective wear. You got helmet. You got ballistic proof garment. You got bulletproof this, bulletproof that. You got walls that you hide behind. You got tanks you hide behind. You got aerial attack. You got smoke bombs. You got grenades. You got different things to allow you to make yourself a better soldier and a better fighter. For your current war. And a lot of these people out here, they don't have that, man, because they don't have no control over their spirit. They just go wherever they want to. They don't have a single eye, which we'll get that scripture as well. Actually, turn the grace to the Most High. Let me see. Okay, there it is. Jude chapter 1, verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. So in other words, this was their lot. This was they're ultimately going to fall into. This is not coincidence. Somebody has to play that role. Ungodly men turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness. And the Apostle Tahar, he just went through that lesson. He just made a lesson and he expounded on it greatly. And I'm not sure if it was the same lesson, but he also spoke about stoicism and the difference between a stoic person and an Epicurean. A stoic person, as he was going into, is one is one that is disciplined, one that is always just trying to remain to his routine, which he sets, and which is pretty much productive. You know, he works out, he goes to work. You know, he keeps it simple, but you know, less is more. Just because he keeps it simple does not mean he's not getting anything done. I'm going to the book of Jude, New Testament. Jude 1 and 4, and it reads we went through this word, I believe it's in the Hebrew if I'm not mistaken. It's in the Greek. Asalgia.
Strong's G 766. Aselgaya.
So it's excess, unbridled. It says excess, unbridled lust. You know, so it's just like it's like a never-reaching meter. You know, it always wants more. It's like a horny dog. You know, a horny dog don't ever get satisfied. Even as a man, yeah, you know, in his flesh or whatnot, you need a break here and there. You know, but like, you know, some men that have them sex demons on them, they never satisfied. They could have this much sex this day, the next day, whatever, the next hour, the same day. They just can't have enough, man. You know, and that's why, you know, the apostles, they mentioned to last week in their stand up that what he said. He mentioned the scripture, roughly paraphrase it. He said, damn, who said that though? I think it was Paul. No, it wasn't Paul. Oh, I know how to abound. I know how to abase. And what does that mean? That means, you know how to live when the Lord, you know, gives you little. You know how to live when the Lord blesses you, man. You know, but we don't want too much, so we're not drugged away from this truth. Because we know how people get, man, when they have an excess, man. They just forget. It's easy, man. You in Babylon, you in the flesh. It ain't nothing for you to have $100 million and all of a sudden you just living this life and you can't even remember, goddamn, what you're supposed to be on, man. You know? And that doesn't mean, oh, if a man of the Lord has his truth and he has $100 million, if he's rich, that the Lord ain't dealing with him or he not focused. But the Lord knows most men's spirits, especially in this environment, that's not helpful, man. You know, you're going to be giving a damn about the cares of this life, man, because the ways of this life is going to pass away, as it says, man. The fashion of this world, man. You know, so we don't never want to get caught up into this. You know, give me enough bread, or our daily bread, so that we may eat. Of course, brothers, you want the nicest thing. You might want some new clothes every now and then. And you can't say the Lord never blesses you, man. You know, it might not be on the timing that you want or whatever the case may be, but the Lord's always perfect timing, man. And he always blesses all of us. We all have what we need. And if you don't have it at this very moment, you feel so, you know, you just keep praying. And in righteousness, the Lord going to give it to you, man. And we got to be specific with our prayers, you know. We have to be specific with different, you know, things that we need. And I'm thinking to myself, with some things that I need, I'm going to have to go on the fast, man. I'm going to have to go on the mean streak, you know, because it's a two-way street, man. You know, you got to do things for the Lord to pay you. Your boss don't just give you advancements or what they call it, a pay raise where you just slacking or you barely coming in, you know. So, you know, speaking to myself first and foremost, you know, I got to step it up if I want more things, you know. To whom much is given, much is required. We'll get that scripture. Luke 12:48, but he that knew not did commit things worthy of stripes. Speaking about, you know, those men of the Lord, those in Israel, you know, who were supposed to be men of the Lord, you know, doing off things like speaking against the men of the Lord, blaspheming them and teaching a different doctrine when they purposely know that they shouldn't, or they know better, shall be beaten with few stripes. That's speaking about Salakia, those who didn't know better, you know, those who are of the world, those who are just bugged out, you know, those who are just condemned to be a 2/3 or whatnot, and we're just, you know, this is just a Ray and a Pookie their whole life. They ain't never have a chance, even though they did, you know, but, you know, it wasn't their lot to be the elect for unto and ultimately even those who are gonna be beaten with hella stripes. They're high key not gonna be the elect, because the elect is gonna be good, man. For unto whomsoever much is required, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required, you know. So if the Lord gave you a fire spirit, you know, a lot is required from you. If the Lord gave you this truth, you know, the Lord gave us a position in his ministry, you know, gave us a voice, he gave us knowledge and understanding, you know, we have to take responsibility and use it and not hide our talents. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask more. But, you know, the point being, though, is, you know, the more you're given, the more is going to be required of you, you know. It's not just you know, I got all this, not just, you know, kick back with in my futon and just chill. Ephesians 6:12, start verse 11. Put the whole armor of the Lord, you know, this truth, this spirit, this knowledge and understanding, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, you know, the trickeries of Satan, man. You know, Esau, Edom in the flesh, you know, the spiritual demon, or the physical counterpart, you know, and the spiritual demon, Satan, man. Because we're in this environment where it's nothing but pressure. You know, this environment is truly foreign. Even though we all have been Babylonianized because we've been here for a while, or whatever the case is, you know, but we coming up out of that mindset, man. That's why it speaks about, you know, taking off that old man daily, you know, and purifying ourselves and examining ourselves, because, you know, these people here, they're done. Like, most people here are done. And a lot of our people, they have a chance, you know, they got a zeal. You know, we got those people that are going to come in at the last hour, of course, but we know that the Lord is only dealing with a few. And we know the reason, because just look outside, man. Go on your phone. You'll be shaking your head until it falls off. It's so much just debauchery and foolishness and wickedness out there, man. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You going to sleep, man, you got people that's throwing up curses on you. You got these heathen that are doing rituals, you know, upon our whole nation, upon certain men of the Lord specifically, you know, watching their houses, you know, fucking with their technologies, fucking with their job, you know. Certain brothers, you just going around, you just thinking, you got to know what we a part of. We got a target on our back, man, and there's no doubt about it, you know. And even if we ain't feeling no heat, no persecution at the second, at some point it'll come. Hold on, mommy. So, you know, we gotta just keep doing what we do, man, being wise as serpents and harmless as dove. We can't just be out here, you know, just lollygagging, thinking, oh, you know, this is your world. But I think I made the point after this scripture, and then I'll speak on the what gave me the inspiration to do this lesson, and then I'll wrap it up. Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. So I believe this is Paul that said, I know how to be abased, and I know how to be abound. Everywhere, in all things, I have learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound, to suffer, need. I can do all things through Mashiach Yahushua who strengthens me. And a lot of people of the world like to use that, and, you know, talk to Adawan about that, you know, brother from the camp, mighty brother. You know, it's a cliche scripture, but that scripture is for us. You know, that scripture is for us to read and to believe and to go into and to know. Because these people in the world, you know, yeah, the Lord is dealing with all y'all Sharala, you know, at a point, you know, to a certain degree. But the Lord is dealing with us, you know, first and foremost, man, at the highest level, man. You know, in the order of whatever rankings that we are in, you know, in the spirit. You know, but hey, that's for us, man. We can do anything, you know, on the right-hand side of the Lord, you know, that gives us the strength to do so, man. You know, we can go through poverty. We can go through hardships. We know how to break bread. That's one thing that the Lord has given, you know, brothers within, you know, this ministry, you know, that have the right spirit, that are sincere. You know, but we'll go back to this post and we'll wrap it up. He that has no we got the scripture already. Learn to control your thoughts and your feelings. That's right, man, because, hey, in this flesh, you know damn well, and I know damn well, that wicked thoughts will come through you, man. I'm not going to get into any specifics because there's so many different spirits out there. It's just wicked thoughts, you know, whatever sins you may have been abound to, or whatever, you know, background you came from, whatever environment you kind of around, you know, but just, you know, wicked thoughts will just come to you because we in the flesh, maybe whether it's about whoever. And feelings, you know, you get that sadness and depression. You might want to act on it. You might take it too far. You might be thinking about it too much. Face life challenges with clarity and integrity. Hey, that's a good point, man, because even though we go through a lot of bitter shit, you know, a lot of brothers been through hard. Everybody got a sad story, man, you know. And that's not to diminish anyone's efforts of what they've ever done. That's just to, make you more humbled as you hearing this, that like, you're not the only one with a sad story. Everyone has a sadder story than the one of the rest. So don't go through life, all bitter because of that, So you wanna, of course you always remember that and not forget it. But that's not how you wanna act upon every decision. You wanna have clarity, you wanna have integrity, meaning, let's get the word integrity instead of my own English. Quality of being honest, having a strong, what the hell? The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. That's right, man. Not throwing away your morals. Preserving your identity and remaining true to your values. That's right, man. We not switching for no money. We ain't switching for no fame. We ain't switching for no bitches. Not for no wine. Not for no riches. Just as a well-defended city can withstand external threats, a fortified mind with self-control can withstand the storm of life without losing sight of who you are. Hey, because we have a mission. Yeah, we're going through a lot of shit. Yeah, we've gone through a lot of shit. Yeah, we're going through a lot of shit. And yeah, we're going to go through more shit. But hey, as long as we have control of our spirit, and as long as our spirit's in the right places with comes from and is with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, hey, we going to be good, man. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Hey, a part of having wisdom and knowledge is knowing how to control and rule your spirit, And we've all fell short in different areas of our lives at different moments, whether if it's in the truth or not. But hey, we got to keep going. That's a just man, a righteous man. He gonna get up 7 times, meaning complete times. But with that, Lord, one of the lessons edifying straight to the point. Shalom. On to the next one.